Welcome back yet again, folks, to the first match of the evening. Cloud9 against Sponsorless. Sponsorless taking map number 1. That was Cloud9's pick. That was over on Cash, and that has traditionally been a very strong map for Cloud9. So if you are as amazed as I am, then you're pretty damn amazed.
Which you should
right
be.
now.
Yeah, you should be pretty amazed. And, you know, before the last game, we were talking about how, you know, I even brought up a point, like, how can Sponsorless battle back if they start to get beat badly? But, I mean, they are already, you know, surpassing expectations. You got to imagine that's just going to carry over and make for some really confident Overpass play, which you noted is one of their strongest maps.
Yeah, absolutely. I have seen them pick Overpass many times, and here we go. Aggressive push into A already, but the smoke stops them. Sean Gares' good positioning here, forcing Strebber to turn around, picking up the kill. Silent finally coming in, but only in time to see Skadoodle get another one of his teammates down. The rotate came so fast from Cloud9 here, and now Ely and Silent forced to battle their way into the site. Ely gets one before falling. Good start to the game for Cloud9 here. Playing, like I said earlier, for the tie here. It is a best of 2, and like I said, map number 1 going to Sponsorless. But, I mean, what went wrong there for Sponsorless in that round?
Well, as you said, fast rotates are the name of the game on this map, and really, I liked the idea that they had. They threw that smoke on long and tried to push up mainline to challenge the long player while having Silent eventually creep up and push that smoke on the guy, and it could have worked out. I think it was Sean Gares that was back there. It was so close to working out. Unfortunately, Silent came through right as mainline was dying. I think if Silent came through a second earlier, caught Sean Gares not looking at him, was able to keep mainline alive. There's actually a guy at bank shooting on mainline as well. A lot of things didn't quite go right for Sponsorless, but you know, if they were able to trade off that frag a little more quickly or get out ahead of it and force Cloud9 into a trade situation,
yeah,
would have been a little bit better, but they were just positionally outplayed, and Sean Gares is getting right back to work.
Yeah, completely lining up or mainline and Strebber there. Very quick headshots by Sean Gares with the FAMAS, but finally falling to Justin, who got the FAMAS in his hands. Now, just they've taken control of the outside of A, but they don't want to make a move too fast because they know the rotate came so quick last time. In fact, they're going to turn around and head towards B by the looks of things. At the very least, waiting for a flank or something to come, but nothing. Cloud9 is being very disciplined here, maintaining control of the bomb sites. It looks like we're going to see Ely actually force a little bit of a rotate towards A, at least making the Cloud9 players stay there. But it turns out it was a little bit of a double fake, as the rest of Sponsorless is going to decide to go for bomb site A. Skadoodle getting the kill onto Justin, though, nothing, cleaning up the round. Good, solid hold by Cloud9. That was an actual buy round, a forced buy from Sponsorless.
Yeah, I would have liked to see Sean Gares fall back after getting those 2 frags right there, but I totally understand how, A, once you get 2 frags, there's always that thought, like, there's no way there's a third right there. And also, you're like, if there is a third, I want that frag. You know, did give up the FAMAS in the process. That could have come back to bite them, but luckily, a good defensive play from the rest of the Cloud9 members locked that one up for them. So no harm, no foul there. Sean Gares is actually going to be playing a really similar position, a little less peaky here, but with the MP9 in his hand, looking to make up some cash.
I love that spot that Sean Gares is in, because you can see the shadow before the opponent comes in, and it really gives you an advantage. Mainline, nice P250 kill on Sean Gares. Starts off the round well for Sponsorless. Now they have a lot of options. They can either continue their push onto A, or they can turn it around, or they can play real slow and see if Cloud9 pushes them. Unlikely scenario. The problem with bomb site A is they know Skadoodle is waiting there with that scout. He's going to be so deadly with those headshots with that gun that, I don't know, I mean, maybe I would turn things around and head towards B, but no. Sponsorless is going towards A, and it's nothing that picks up the first kill, but mainline, great kill again with the P250. Opens up the bomb site. Skadoodle still to be reckoned with on the truck. Gets a first scout kill. Picks up another with the Tech 9. Pushes out, but blinded. Falls to a headshot, and Freakazoid comes in and cleans things up. Now, I mean, taking down 3 kills and getting the bomb planted, Sponsorless has to be pretty happy with that full save.
Yeah, what did they take out? They took Skadoodle Scout, and an SMG from Nothing and Sean Gares, right? So I guess in the grand scheme of things for Cloud9, not too terrible, not throwing away a ton of money. But between those 3 frags on a bomb plant, I would say that is a pretty successful eco round there from Sponsorless. Really cold play from Mainline. They're coming through long, not reacting at all to Nothing's flash. Really gutsy play by Nothing. Not only throwing the flash forward to a spot where he could get blind, and then peeking behind it, kind of hoping that the other players on long would turn around. But Sean Gares and his teammate are pushed up. It's Freak on Fountain, and the frags are coming out. Let's see if Sean Gares can pick up another, but Nothing just wanted it.
Speaking of gutsy plays, you do not see that every day. Cloud9 playing really 3 players very aggressively outside of bomb site A, and it really paid off. They caught Sponsorless mostly by surprise. Last player, Strebor, going down as well. Wow, I mean, Cloud9, what a smart move. Sponsorless bought up all these utility nades that they've been using to great effect so far tonight. Didn't even get to throw any of them because they were killed so fast by Cloud9.
Yeah, it was actually a similar move to what Sponsorless did last game on Cash on their own CT side. Took the first gun round and played probably the most aggressively that they did the entire half. So Cloud9, it seems like taking a page out of the Sponsorless playbook there, throwing it right back at them. Skadoodle actually wanted some more, was a little upset he didn't get to participate last time over towards Fountain, and Sean Gares doing a good job of supporting him. If he can get away.
Sean Gares, no need to get away, gets another kill, but whoa, Mainline again. He has been really on point with his pistol work so far this game, picking up another one, and that's going to enable them to make their way up towards bomb site A. Nothing is still waiting there. On the reload, though, Justin didn't peek out, and Nothing spots him first and gets a kill. Just bad timing for Justin there, but Nothing is still in the game and still very high health as well. Picks up a kill on Mainline. Strebor now going to turn around and try his best, looks like, just to stay alive at this point. He does have control of the bomb. If he manages to get a kill over here at B, and he does on Shroud through the smoke with a headshot, he's going to get to bomb site B likely before Cloud9, but they have a strong position here in heaven, and Skadoodle is able to take him down with the op. Quick op shot to end off the round, and 5-0 to start for Cloud9. They have come out swinging. They want this tie game.
He clearly had the idea of getting to be really quickly in his head. I'm surprised he was willing to peek out so wide and challenge what he had to have assumed would be a Skadoodle op there. I thought he would just run straight to the bomb site and try his luck getting a bomb down, especially since it was just an eco. But either way, I was pretty successful there, getting that the frag on Shroud in stairs. And this round, we're actually going to be seeing Cloud9 pull out the double op setup, something we actually saw them do last game as well. I'm not sure if we ever really talked about it. Sean Gares being their secondary offer, as Freakazoid gets punished by Silent.
Yeah, but Nothing getting the return kill again through the wall, so a 1-for-1 trade. Now that's going to work out, usually 1-for-1 trades are going to work out for terrorists more than CTs. We'll have to see if this is one of those situations. But a good start overall for Sponsorless. Nothing is forced back a little bit with his lowered health. Silent, again, also lower health. But these bomb sites are still under the control of Cloud9, and Skadoodle with an off. Easy kill on Mainline. Quick peek, gets the kill. Rushing through the smoke as Ely gets Skadoodle by surprise, but Sean Gares is ready for him with his pistol. Trades it out, and now Strebor, again, the last member of his team, forced to at least try to get a couple kills here, maybe even win the round for his team. The bomb is down, though, and under the control of Cloud9.
Sean Gares with that second op, putting it to work. As I said, he would be the secondary opper there for Skadoodle. Actually, Shroud grabbing one for his boys, so they are going to be back up with the double ops setup, and with 6 rounds straight, they shouldn't have any problem fully buying up on the rest of their members. I mean, even Freakazoid just sitting on 12K right there is going to have no problem dropping if he wanted to, not dropping because he doesn't need to, buying up just for himself, and they're sitting on a bunch more cash. Looks like the game was paused for reasons kind of unbeknownst to me. No one's dropped from the game quite yet. It could just be a timeout for the sake of a timeout until, that's what I'm going to assume it is, until I'm specified or told otherwise.
Could even be an emergency bathroom break later. These guys aren't human beings.
They had plenty of time at halftime.
All right, all right.
But yeah, it happens. You're right.
Ruthless.
I'm not, I'm just saying, like, well, I was saying if it is just a timeout for the sake of timeouts, I kind of like that. They're getting beat pretty badly right now. I mean, not too dissimilar to what, as I said, what we saw last map, but they were able to battle it back. That's a move. To pause the game and then bounce. I guess that is the true sign of an emergency more so than anything. So. Hopefully, he can get everything under control where he is, and we can get this game back underway, assuming emergency is minor.
I noticed Freakazoid said, what the heck is this map?
Yeah, clearly acknowledging himself.
I don't know if he heard, if maybe he's giving me a hard time there.
I don't think so.
I didn't mean to imply, if you are riffing me there, that you're not going to be able to play this map, because he's been playing it pretty well, as has the entire Cloud9 team. They are not messing around. They want this tie. And, ideally, I think if you're Cloud9 at this point, having lost that first map to Sponsorless in a spectacular fashion towards the end, you want to win this. You want to win it handily. You don't even want to go around. Yeah, absolutely.
You want the other team to lose more so than you want to win. I've been there.
Exactly. But again, two members of Sponsorless falling before they even have a chance to execute somewhere. Sean Gares with another kill, a third, onto Ely. And now, oh man, Sean Gares pushes in, gets another op kill on Justin. It's now Silent, left alone at the sandbags. Gonna do his best to make something out of this. Members of Cloud9 shooting at each other there. Silent completely surrounded. He's gonna fall, and 7 rounds going to Cloud9. They have all the momentum in their favor. And at this point, if you're Sponsorless, you got to figure out a way to turn things around. I mean, I've seen them pull great executions on sites on this map, but Cloud9 is playing so aggressively that they're not even able to get into the position to launch these takes.
Yeah, while we were kicking to a commercial break, we were talking about this upcoming map, and you described Sponsorless's takes on the terrorist side as cash-like.
Yeah.
So I kind of had I knew what they were capable of, but I was totally believing in the hype myself. I was like, oh yeah, they are just going to be just as good as they were on cash. Seems like they have not quite been able to match that yet. But with that headshot courtesy of Strebber onto Sean Gares, they're going to get some firepower on their side. The question is, can they use it effectively? They do have armor and smoke and a he, so it looks like they might be able to potentially smoke off the bomb site, get a bomb plant on the boxes. A lot of options for Sponsorless at this point in the round, but there are also a lot of players ready to rock over at A.
Yeah, Freakazoid especially, who peeks out at exactly the right time, gets to almost the third onto Mainline, who's been forced back, gets a kill finally onto Freakazoid. Now a 1 versus 3 situation. Hopping against Skadoodle, not a situation anyone wants to be in, but nothing ultimately getting that frag. Ends off the round, 8 in a row for Cloud9. And yeah, I mean, Sponsorless, I talked about their site takes. I mean, it's very similar to the way they play on cash. They are able to Molotov off key spots, smoke off where they need to, and just take complete control of a site. The problem with this map is Cloud9 has just dominated the entire map. I mean, you can't get a foothold if you're on Sponsorless. Look at that Skadoodle pushing up and getting an off shot right at the start of the round, just not even giving Sponsorless the time of day.
No, but that is a really solid trade right there, getting rid of one of the two offers right off the bat, and arguably the scarier of the two. Not that I would want a one-on-one in a map server with Sean. He is actually going to be facing a lot of pressure here on long. He's going to spot the offer out in Justin, catch the headshot. See, there you go. It may not be a Skadoodle, but if you're capable of that, it doesn't even matter.
Great flick shot over top of that rock there, catching a very small portion of Justin's body, and nothing, meanwhile, has taken quite a bit of damage on the other side. He's going to rotate back into the bank, and now Strebber's going to fall to Sean Gares, who finally gets the peek out. Again, Sean Gares has really picked up the pace here, as Skadoodle fell earlier in the round, like later mentioned. Sean Gares not missing a beat, though. Sean Gares is still there, misses this off shot, though, allows Ely to push through this smoke. Freakazoid knows he's there, he's waiting for him to go through, and gets two somehow. Not sure how he even picked up Mainline. I guess he lined up behind Ely. Got killed partly through the truck there, and Sponsorless falls yet again.
Yeah, just seemingly have no answer for Cloud9. And interestingly enough, taking a look at the scoreboard here, they've only gotten a bomb plant on one round. Only had a bomb plant one round of the 9, and
Yeah.
really they haven't been super close on the other ones as well. I mean, it just sounds so harsh to say, but as you said, Cloud9 forcing the engagements away from the sites and
Exactly.
the middle areas of the map way before Sponsorless can even get a grip on the rounds. And Skadoodle just not going to fall for the shoulder peek, hitting a great first shot while the rest of the Sponsorless players are running their hearts out over above the bathrooms down mainline, creeping in, looking for where Sean Gares had been previously.
So another eco round for Sponsorless. Looking to, I mean, get a bomb plant, like you said, certainly would be to their benefit going into this 11th round, but I don't even think they're going to be able to do that, as Freakazoid and Nothing had this bomb site on lockdown. Wow, the bombs, I mean, the whole map belongs to Cloud9 for basically the entirety of the round. Sponsorless usually loses one player before they even get near a bomb site. They're left creeping around, usually outside A. I'd like to see them play B a little more, but I mean, traditionally they are more of an A bomb site fan as a team. It's just not working out for them this map.
Yeah, that's actually what I was going to bring up. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it necessarily on this round, as they do have rifles that are bought up. They do have an op on silent, but you know, at what point do we just see them rush B? Just go for it, even with pistols. Throw some flashes in, try to...
What's the worst that could happen, really?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
down 10-0.
Exactly. I mean, they're having just such a hard time penetrating other parts of the map. You know, eventually you got to say, what else haven't we tried, or what else haven't we done? You know, maybe they don't even have to rush B necessarily. Not like rush as in, you know, just go for it, don't stop, but like at least a slightly more aggressive peeps there. I don't know. This is a tough one.
And they're just playing down the clock here. Nobody on Cloud9 is going to peek them too aggressively. Sean Gares has been pushed back here, and he's pushed up quite a lot, though. He's going to fall to mainline if he's not careful, but he gets the better of him with that CZ-75. Nothing, meanwhile, picking up Silent, who moves in and gets a kill on Skadoodle. Streb waiting for Sean Gares to fall back. He's forced to do so, and he goes down. Strebber pushing in, but he's completely blinded, and Nothing gets the kill. Nothing was in a very dangerous shot there, but that flashbang was just perfect. Now down to Ely once more. Gets one. It's a 1-on-2 situation, but the bomb is down, and there's only 15 seconds left. It looks like this round, once more, is going to Cloud9.
Yeah, with 5 seconds left on the clock, not going to... Oh, he's actually able to get a frag there on Nothing. It does get taken down, so that is now 11 rounds for Cloud9.
Now, it's worth noting, this is a CT-sided map. I mean, it's less so, arguably, than it used to be because of the changes that were made to the map. But, I mean, if Sponsorless were to pick up the last 4 rounds, they're still in the game. They could actually definitely be in a good spot to win this map if they get these last 4. If they get 3 of the 4, less so. And less than that, they're pretty much cooked. So, I mean, if you're Sponsorless right now, you got to just sit up in your seats and, oh man, they are trying to beat Take finally. Skadoodle and Freakazoid both falling, and there you go. Sean Gare's going to push into the ladder room. He's going to be falling back with that op. Doesn't want to lose it. Hard to push aggressively into that ladder room with an op. Now Shroud getting the kill, though. He's still there on bomb site B. I mean, they've taken down the players that were rushing him, but it's not going to be enough as Nothing comes in from behind. Sponsorless was forced to slow down, and it was the death of them. Shroud now falling, but Sean Gares is there to get the trade out. One-on-one, Strebber against Sean Gares. Strebber actually very low health, but Sean Gares has an op in hand. That is not a great weapon to be up against a very low health opponent, but that CZ-75 will be just fine, and he gets the last kill of the round. Man, Nothing made all the difference there. What a key play, surprising them from behind. Probably a miscommunication on Sponsorless's part.
Yeah, it happened so quickly. The player next to the door didn't respond to it, and once that player doesn't respond to it, you know, the further players definitely aren't. When Sponsorless got those opening picks, I even just kind of bored it out. They're going to win it. I thought with the opening picks and the amount of map control they had taken, they would have been able to kind of launch their execute into B and just go for it. That You know, it seemed like they were a little wary. They were knowing that Cloud9 was going to rotate pretty quickly. This, as I said, the name of this game is quick rotates, but they were just too slow about it. I liked the aggressive control of that part of the map. As I said, they don't need to just rush 5-man pain train it, but just get to spots quickly. Try to force engagements in positions you haven't previously, because you just need to mix up what you're doing. I thought they could have had it that round, but they kind of fell back into their slowing things down way, which is more natural to them, but it just hasn't been working this map.
Again, Sean Garrett starting off the round with 2 kills. It seems like every round he's able to do this for Cloud9. He gets 2 kills. He dies pretty much immediately afterwards, but that's enough. I mean, you have the advantage now. Your team is able to rotate up to A. Wow, nothing. Through the smoke on Ely, deciding to take a shot, and it pays off, gets the kill. Getting the last one on Justin. Nothing has been playing exceptionally well. Nothing and Sean Gares. I mentioned Sean Gares starts off the round well with kills. Nothing usually finishes it off. So between the two of them, I mean, they've been incredible over on bomb side A. I think Shroud's been playing pretty well this game, but it's tough to say anything about him because they've only gone to bomb side B. Yeah, they've only gone there once, and Shroud, I mean, he did well that one time.
Yeah, and I can think of the 2 rounds he died. One, I guess, peeking long in that kind of bait situation where he was baiting for Sean, allowing Sean to trade off the frag if he went down over at the long tunnels. And the other time he died in the entire game was when he was just cutting off a huge lurk on stairs, got beat, and then, you know, his team was able to really easily clean it up. So while he hasn't been fragging like a demon with only 5 frags, him staying alive on, you know, 11 of these 13 rounds is super important. And man, they're pushing right into B. This is their chance to take the B bomb site. Shroud getting pushed back will get taken down.
That's a good trade out though, and it's 4-on-4 with the bomb site mostly belonging to sponsor this. Sean Gares is still alive, rotating around. He's not going to be able to do much from that pit though. He's going to have to peek it eventually, and Mainline gets Freakazoid, but nothing picked up a kill for himself. Gets another with that grenade. Sean Gares finally into the action, pulling out his CZ-75 and killing Mainline. Now down to Silent. They're going to know where he is, and they're going to peek him pretty fast. Fire is just going to be the end of him. Skadoodle with the off kill at the end of the round. 14 rounds in a row for Cloud9. I mean, losing the first map, okay, nobody expected them to lose it. That's a little bit of a blow to your confidence. You got to show you're in a league of your own, and this is what they're doing in this map.
Yeah, it's feeling more and more like a spite win as they just keep extending the lead. And yeah, they're obviously going to sit back into that double off setup. Everything has been working out for them. There's no reason to stop right now. Sponsorless set themselves up nicely with AKs with the 14 rounds worth of bonus money that they are accruing. Skadoodle catching one out in the playground area, but ultimately will not find the frag. He's going to fall back, play a little bit more defensively. Seems like Sponsorless, at the very least, while they haven't been successful at the B bomb site in terms of winning rounds, has been finding significantly more picks there than they have been towards the A bomb site. But I'm curious to this point if they spend too much time there, are the Cloud9 members just going to completely pinch them? And Shroud.
Shroud was completely blind, but gets the kill anyway. That was absolutely key, but Freakazoid holding his own as well. At the sandbags, Shroud still not allowing any players from Sponsorless to make their way into bomb site B. They're going to turn around and try to go to the stairs, make a move onto A maybe, but Sean Gares is waiting there. He gets a nade kill. Finally, Mainline gets one. Mainline has been a shining spot on a lot of these rounds for Sponsorless, getting 1 or 2 key kills, but it just hasn't been anywhere near enough. 15-0 going into the second half. I mean, this game is over. I don't even. I mean,
yeah,
if you're Sponsorless, you better
like
get a round or something. But
yeah, it's just I feel deflated watching it, which is, I guess I don't know. I feel like whenever I watch Counter-Strike, I'm always, you know, putting myself in those positions, thinking like, you know, how would I handle it? What would I do? And man, I don't even want to touch this one. I would disconnect from the server, I guess. I don't know. It's just so rough. And
that's because you have no sportsman-like
no. Oh, I mean, the thing is, like, yeah, I guess, yeah. I like ruining matches, so I would have disconnected. But
you would have disconnected after 5 rounds later.
Yeah, probably. I'm a sore loser, big time. But I mean, the thing is that it's not even like Sponsorless is playing like poorly. But I haven't seen them make any mistakes per se, unless
up though. I mean, they're trying the same
yeah,
thing.
that is, I guess, would
It's
be
just
a bit of
not
a mistake.
working.
Yeah, I guess
Even the time they decided to go B, like you mentioned, they took a couple of key kills towards B, and then they just stopped. And they played it like they had been playing, and it really didn't work out for them.
Yeah, it seems like this game, more so than anything, they are a little more frightened of the powers of Cloud9.
Hopefully they shake that off going into this game we have coming up for you next, guys. Don't go anywhere, by the way. Shortly following this game, we are going to be seeing Team Sponsorless. By the way, that is the name they've given themselves. That's not CEVO playing around. This team call themselves Sponsorless. I suppose if you're a sponsor watching this, then clue in.
You should check out Game 1 if you're a sponsor and you're watching.
Yeah.
Because they look awesome
the scoreline of this game. But yeah, they'll be playing up against Luminosity, the other, I would say, at least top 3 team in CEVO Season 7 in North America. So stay tuned right after this match for that one. I mean, you got to be pretty tired, though, and your morale's got to be hurting quite a bit if you're sponsorless.
Yeah, even if they were able to put together a close game and still lose, it would have been one thing, but a 16-0 can be particularly tough, and man, Cloud9 wants it.
Yes.
Oh, they want it.
That's it. Mainline, the last one left, gets a nice kill onto Skadoodle. Shroud coming up from behind, though, and he has to reload. Mainline just barely saved there for a second, but it's only a second as Shroud gets the kill. 16-0 for Cloud9. That is, I mean, it's kind of what we all expected from the get-go, and it's certainly what you have to expect after this first map. After you lose to a team where you were very, very heavily favored to win, you start to realize, hey guys, I mean, let's get serious here.
Absolutely, and I definitely, even from the beginning, anticipated that Cloud9 was going to have a relatively easy time through this one. Not that they would get strained as badly. I certainly wouldn't have thought it would have gone to Game 2, but man, that's 16-0. It's just deflating. I don't think. I mean, I can count the number of 16-0s I've participated in game on one hand, let alone 16-0s I've had to cast. And then, as you said, going into back-to-back games, I'm curious if the other team saw the VOD of these games, or were watching some of the stream, taking notes on maybe how they were playing their cash, and
exactly.
I guess kind of hard to take notes on.
You know what? I think if you're, I don't want to give them too many tips because we are still a few minutes out from the next game. But if I was Luminosity, I would take a page right out of Cloud9's book and I would play very aggressively. It looks like Sponsorless, they like to take their time, set up very carefully, and then boom, make a move onto a site, throw all their nades, and make a big flashy take. It's clear that they've practiced these takes and they work well together as a team. But you throw a wrench in the works by getting an early frag against them, bring it to 4 guys, maybe even 3 guys, and that just it really hurts them at the beginning of the round. So if you're Luminosity, that's certainly one of the things that you can have in your back pocket going into this match. It's coming up in it's set for about 20 minutes from now, guys, so don't go anywhere. It's going to be hopefully an exciting one. I mean, I want to see Sponsorless get another map on another top team because they've had trouble with it in the past, but here they go. I mean, they took one off Cloud9. If they take one off Luminosity, 2 ties against 2 of the top teams in North America, that makes you a top team in my book, frankly.
Definitely, and that felt like there's nothing like obviously worse like scoreline wise than a 16-0. That felt really bad, but like a push against Cloud9, that's a win right there as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
So
Cloud9, I mean, there's no denying. Cloud9 is, for my money, the best team in North America right now.
I think it seemed like it was more of a case of them slipping on cash more so than anything, and they really drove that point home.
Absolutely, but I mean, they showed us what they can do in that last map. Skadoodle and Sean Gers especially, just amazing play by them, and no huge surprise for any longtime fans of Sean Gers, or maybe newer fans of Skadoodle. For those of you who I mean, he's been recognized as one of the top ops in North America for a very long time, but he hasn't been on a team in a while. And before that, he wasn't on, Cloud9, which was followed more so probably by more people than iBuyPower, which Skadoodle was on back then. So I'm glad to see Skadoodle on a top team now, and I'm glad to see he hasn't gotten rusty in his time off.
No, definitely not. So As you said before, we are going to kick it to a short break while we get set up for our next game, which is scheduled for, what, 10:15, so 20, 25 minutes. We will be back in a little bit. We're just going to be playing commercials and probably hanging out in chat. And yeah, that is that. Stay tuned.
See you in a bit, guys.